My Lord Speaker, Mr. Speaker, my lords, members of the House of Commons, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great honor to stand before the British Parliament, the mother of all parliaments. The United Kingdom has been the pioneer of modern history. It laid the foundation of liberal democracy. It opened the era of global market economy. The British people's strong belief in freedom sparked the glorious revolution. It was the birth of modern parliamentary democracy. The British parliamentary democracy inspired political revolutions in America, France, and in other parts of the world. Democracy has taken root in nations. Freedom and human rights became the property of every individual. In the late 18th century, the Kingdom of Great Britain led the Industrial Revolution. It innovated the way we produced goods. It changed the economic paradigm. It achieved an incredible, rapid economic growth which the world had never seen before. It is no wonder why London became the world's financial center since the early 19th century. Liberal democracy and market capitalism was all born right here in the United Kingdom. These British ideas changed every aspect of our lives. They have promoted freedom, human rights, and economic prosperity in the world. And I know very well that Parliament has always been the heart of this great nation. My lords and members of the House of Commons, the United Kingdom was the first European nation to sign the Treaty of Friendship and Commerce with Korea in 1883. John Laws was a missionary from Scotland. He translated the New Testament into Korean for the first time in 1887. Ernest Bather was a journalist from Bristol. He founded the Korea Daily News in 1904. He also fought for Korea's independence until he passed away at the age of 36. Frank Schofield was a missionary and veterinarian from Warwickshire. He took part in Korea's independence movement and established a scholarship fund for Korean students in need. In 1950, the United Kingdom did not hesitate to defend Korea's freedom. When the communist invasion put the fate of Korea on the brink, the United Kingdom sent 80,000 troops to Korea. It was the second largest sending state. More than 100 British men and women, more than 1,000 British men and women sacrificed their lives to defend the freedom of a faraway country they never knew. Lieutenant Colonel James Kahn and his battalion, the 1st Gloucesters, showed great courage at the Battle of the Imjin River. Like the Union's motto, "By our deeds we are known," the noble sacrifice of the British Army will forever remain in the memory of the Korean people. Today, we are honored to have Mr. Colin Thackeray with us. Mr. Thackeray, of course, is the winner of Britain's Got Talent 2019. But he is also a proud Korean War veteran and Korea's honorary Veterans Minister. Mr. Thackeray, on behalf of the Korean people and the government, I thank you with deep gratitude and respect. This past July was the 70th anniversary of the Korean War Armistice Agreement. Mr. Thackeray visited Busan again, the city where he first landed during the Korean War. There, he sang for the fallen heroes lying in rest at the UN Memorial Cemetery. There was a Korean folk song called 않으리라, a song of remembrance for beloved ones. His song touched everyone's heart. The war reduced Korea to ashes. When it desperately needed foreign assistance, again, the United Kingdom did not look the other way. The United Kingdom contributed more than $26 million to the UN Korean Reconstruction Agency. The United Kingdom supported the establishment of Ulsan Shipyard, Gori Nuclear Power Plant, and the Ulsan Institute of Technology. As the second largest contributor, it helped Korea lay the foundation as an emerging industrial country. Thanks to the support from the nations of the free world, like the United Kingdom, Korea has since written a story of miraculous success. Korea was one of the least developed countries. Now, it is an economic powerhouse leading the semiconductor industry and digital technology sector. Korean culture is winning the hearts of global citizens. Once a recipient of aid, Korea is the only nation in modern history to become a donor. My lords and members of the House of Commons, this year we celebrate the 140th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic ties. It will be an important and meaningful year for our partnership. Last spring, the United Kingdom forces participated in the Korea-United States combined exercise for the first time. We are building new mechanisms for intelligence sharing and cybersecurity cooperation. Together, we will tackle North Korea's WMD threats. We will work more closely together to combat international cyber crimes, including cryptocurrency theft and technology hacking. Our bilateral trade and investment have thrived in many areas like finance, logistics, service, and bioscience. The FTA between Korea and the United Kingdom that took effect in 2021 has added further momentum. We will begin negotiations to modernize the FTA, to strengthen cooperation in supply chains and digital trade. Tomorrow, Prime Minister Sunak and I will sign the Downing Street Accord. Our bilateral relations will be reborn as true global strategic partners. Together, we will build a free and open international order. Together, we will cultivate sustainable growth and prosperity for all of humanity. We will broaden our cooperation to digital, AI, cybersecurity, nuclear energy, and defense industry. It will also include bio, outer space, semiconductors, offshore wind, green energy, and maritime sector. I kindly ask for your interest in and support for this partnership. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now faced with a new set of challenges. There are geopolitical risks like the war in Ukraine, the Israel and Hamas conflict, and the North Korean nuclear threats. They make unity of the international community harder to sustain. There are supply chain disruptions, climate change, and digital divide. They are widening economic inequalities among nations. Arnold Toynbee said, "Civilizations come to birth and proceed to grow by successfully responding to successive challenges." The Republic of Korea and the United Kingdom are authors of dynamic and creative histories. We must stand in solidarity and respond to many of the world challenges. One country alone cannot defend peace. Korea stands united with the United Kingdom and the international community to fight against illegal aggression and provocations. We will uphold established norms and international order. Korea will work with the United Kingdom to bolster the political and economic security in the Indo-Pacific region. Korea and the United Kingdom will seek ways to utilize nuclear power and other clean energy sources. At the same time, we will assist countries most affected by climate change in their efforts for green transition. The new digital age presents us with new challenges to our freedom and democracy. AI and digital technology must serve to enhance freedom and well-being. We also need to prevent potential harm that may arise due to their connectivity and speed. Thus, we need to establish a universal norm that will be accepted by the international community. Prime Minister Sunak has shown strong leadership in shaping a new order for the digital age. He convened the first ever AI summit at Bletchley Park earlier this month. I was there online to take part. Last September, the Korean government announced the Digital Bill of Rights. It sets forth 5 guiding principles of freedom, fairness, safety, innovation, and solidarity. The Korean government is committed to leading international dialogue and cooperation in shaping new digital AI norms. It will work with the United Kingdom's AI Safety Network and the United Nations High-Level Advisory Body on Artificial Intelligence. In addition, we will put more efforts to bridge the digital divide and to drive digital innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, Korea and the United Kingdom share histories of glorious challenges and response, but we also share our charm in culture and arts. The United Kingdom is the country of the Beatles, Queen, Harry Potter, and David Beckham's right foot. Korea is the country of the BTS, Blackpink, Squid Game, and the Son Heung-min's right foot. Ladies and gentlemen, Winston Churchill once said, "The price of greatness is responsibility." It is time for us, as innovative partners, to contribute to a better future for humanity. The Republic of Korea, in partnership with the United Kingdom, will join hands to promote freedom, peace, and prosperity for the international community. It was a great honor for me to share with you at Westminster the future that Korea and the United Kingdom will shape together. My lords and members of the House of Commons, let me end by paraphrasing a line from Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. For this friendship may so happy prove to turn our challenges to pure opportunity. God bless the great nation of the United Kingdom and its people. Thank you so much.
Mr. President, Madam Kim Keon-hee, it gives my wife and myself great pleasure to welcome you to Buckingham Palace this evening. 영국에 오신 것을 환영합니다. As we mark the 140th anniversary of our two nations' diplomatic relationship, your visit to the United Kingdom celebrates our remarkable partnership. It is a partnership in which close personal connections, fostered over many decades, have blossomed today into a real sense of affection, or chung, between our societies at so many levels. We also wonder at the remarkable journey your nation has taken in the span of a single lifetime, my lifetime, in fact. From wartime devastation at the time of my early childhood, Koreans have created a miracle. Even at the time of my last visit in 1992, that journey was clearly just beginning. The Republic of Korea's drive and energy continued apace, and with it, the impact on British lives, from fridges and flat screens to smartphones and semiconductors. It is clear that the model of industrial efficiency I glimpsed in Seoul 30 years ago has become the epitome of technological creativity today. But it is probably artistic creativity which has brought about the most dramatic shift in Korea's place in the British cultural landscape. 3 decades ago, it would have been hard to imagine that the most popular exhibition at the Victoria and Albert Museum in 2023 would be Hallyu, showcasing the Korean wave, or that Korean would become the fastest growing modern language among those studied at British universities. Korea has matched Danny Boyle with Bong Joon-ho, James Bond with Squid Game, and the Beatles' Let It Be with BTS's Dynamic, or Dynamite. Our cultures share a remarkable ability to captivate imaginations across the world, transforming a so-called soft power into a shared superpower. I fear, though, that I am unlikely ever to follow in King Sejong's footsteps and create a whole new alphabet. And within these decades of enormous change, I am truly heartened to see that the environment has not been forgotten, nor the importance of achieving a healthy balance between development and our natural heritage. The Republic of Korea, as one of very few countries which ended the 20th century with more trees than at the century's beginning, has always grasped this. And I'm delighted to observe your firm commitment to investment in carbon-free technologies, civil nuclear, and renewable energy, in close partnership with UK industrial and policy expertise in vital sectors such as offshore wind. It is especially inspiring to see Korea's younger generation embrace the cause. I applaud Jenny, Jisoo, Lisa and Rose, better known collectively as Blackpink, for their role in bringing the message of environmental sustainability to a global audience as ambassadors for the UK's presidency of COP26 and later as advocates for the UN Sustainable Development Goals. I can only admire how they can prioritize these vital issues as well as being global superstars. Sadly, when I was in Seoul all those years ago, I'm not sure I developed much of what might be called the Gangnam style. Mr. President, your country's concern for the natural environment is matched by an appreciation of your unique built environment. Thus, alongside striking pieces of modern architecture and the innovative partnerships between British and Korean cities to make urban environments more livable, it gives me great encouragement to know that older pieces of traditional Korean design and architecture have been saved for redevelopment before it is too late. And it would have pleased Her late Majesty the Queen, I know, who was struck on her state visit to Korea in 1999, not just by the incredibly warm welcome she received across your country, but also by the beauty and harmony of the traditional villages and temples of Andong amongst your country's majestic mountains. Korea's preservation of its sense of self amid bewildering change was perhaps what the poet Yoon Dong-chu, who so tragically died in captivity on the very eve of Korea's liberation, anticipated when he wrote, "While the wind keeps blowing, my feet stand upon a rock. While the river keeps flowing, my feet stand upon a hill." Mr. President, Madam Kim, as our nations strive towards a harmony between progress and preservation, between the past and the present, we can look to the future with great confidence as our peoples forge ever closer links. In education, so many young Koreans and Britons studied each other's world-class universities. In the arts, Korean singers and musicians delight audiences when they perform with British orchestras. In sport, Korean footballers grace the English and Scottish Premier Leagues, and a British coach manages Korea's women's football team. In science, our researchers collaborate to find new energy solutions through hydrogen and fusion technology. Our defence companies seek joint projects which will let them find new markets together, and our cyber experts work in tandem to protect us from those who would do us harm. In addition, our armed forces exercise and share expertise at a level of intensity befitting two powers which bear global responsibilities. 70 years ago, in the Korean War, British servicemen fought valiantly alongside your people under the banner of the United Nations for the freedom of the Republic of Korea. Over 1,000 of them perished, and nearly 900 lie interred today at Busan. We are immensely proud to salute the veterans of that conflict and to remember those no longer with us. All those who fought for the survival of your fledgling republic are in admiration of what your country has become. Through their own sweat and toil, and under the shadow of tyranny and the ever-present threat of aggression, over 7 decades, Koreans have built a bastion of democracy, human rights, and freedom. In a world where these values are challenged, sadly, as rarely before in our lifetimes, the Republic of Korea and the United Kingdom stand shoulder to shoulder in defense of all that we hold dear. And so, Mr. President, Madam Kim, it is with great pride and pleasure that I propose a toast to the next 140 years of Korean-British relations. We hayo!
존경하는 국왕님, 대관식 이후 영국을 방문하는 최초의 국빈으로 저희 부부와 대표단을 초청해 주시고 이렇게 성대한 만찬 자리를 마련해 주셔서 깊은 감사의 말씀을 드립니다. 이 모든 준비와 환대는 영국이 한국을 매우 특별하게 생각하기 때문일 것입니다. 국왕님께서 즉위하신 이후 영국은 더욱 힘차게 도약하고 있습니다. 국왕님은 영국을 비롯한 영연방 국민들의 단결의 구심점으로서 모든 영연방 국가들에게 활력을 불어넣어주고 계십니다. 국왕님의 기품, 인자함과 소탈함, 그리고 기후환경, 장애인과 사회적 약자, 정신건강 등에 대한 따뜻한 관심에 영국 국민과 세계인들은 경의를 표하고 있습니다. 올해는 우리 두 나라가 외교 관계를 수립한 지 140주년이 되는 해입니다. 한국은 1883년 유럽 국가 중에서 영국과 최초로 수호 통상 조약을 체결하여 그동안 변치 않는 단단한 우정을 쌓아왔습니다. 1950년 우리가 공산 침략을 받아 국군이 백척간도에 섰을 때 약 8만 1천여 명의 영국 병사들이 한국의 자유를 지키기 위해 머나먼 길을 달려왔습니다. 당시는 영국도 기나긴 2차 세계대전에 지치고 어려울 때였습니다. 윌리엄 스피크먼 병장은 한국전 당시 근위 스코틀랜드 수비대 제1대대 소속으로 참전했습니다. 임진강 지역의 마량산 전투에서 다리에 심한 부상을 입고도 소속 부대가 철수할 때까지 진지를 끝까지 사수했습니다. 이 부상으로 1952년 1월 영국으로 후송되었지만 귀국한 지 불과 3개월 만에 한국전에 다시 참전하였고 그해 8월까지 전투에 참여했습니다. 윌리엄 스피크만 병장은 생전에 대한민국을 제2의 조국으로 여겼고 군인은 늘 자기가 싸웠던 곳을 생각한다며 죽으면 꼭 한국에 묻어달라고 유언했습니다. 그리고 2019년 2월 작고하시고 유언대로 부산 UN 기념공원에 영면하셨습니다. 임진강 전투에서 전사한 제임스 로건 일병은 19살의 꽃다운 나이에 대한민국의 자유를 위해 목숨을 바쳤습니다. 부산 대연동에 있는 이분들의 묘소에는 한국인들의 추모의 발길이 끊이지 않고 있습니다. 저는 오늘 한국전 참전 기념비에 헌화하고 영국 참전 용사들과 만나면서 양국의 우정이 피로 맺었다는 점을 다시 한번 마음 깊이 새겼습니다. 영국 장병들의 고귀한 희생으로 대한민국은 정치적으로 자유롭고 경제적으로 번영하며 문화적으로 융성한 국가로 성장할 수 있었습니다. 한국과 영국은 자유를 지키기 위해 피를 나눈 혈맹의 동지입니다. 우리가 미래를 위해 함께 하지 못할 일이 없는 이유가 바로 그것입니다. 존경하는 국왕님, 그리고 귀빈 여러분, 영국은 인류 문명의 대변혁을 이끈 산업혁명의 발상지이며 셰익스피어와 뉴턴을 통해 문학과 과학의 위대한 성취를 이뤄낸 나라입니다. 전 세계의 많은 과학자들이 이러한 도전 정신을 본받아 연구해 왔으며 한국도 그러한 노력에 힘입어 첨단 과학기술과 IT 강국으로 거듭났습니다. 한영 양국은 이제 디지털 혁신 국가로서 새로운 AI 디지털 규범을 정립하기 위한 국제사회 논의를 주도해 나가고 있습니다. 저는 학창시절 친구들과 함께 비틀즈와 퀸 그리고 엘튼 존에 열광했습니다. 지금 해리포터는 수많은 한국인들의 사랑을 받고 있습니다. 최근에는 한국의 BTS 블랙핑크가 영국인들의 큰 사랑을 받고 있습니다. 한국의 BTS와 영국의 콜드플레이가 함께 부른 My Universe는 전 세계 청년들의 공감과 사랑을 받았습니다. 무엇보다 영국은 자유민주주의 정치 시스템을 세계 최초로 고안하고 선도해 왔습니다. 오늘날 대부분의 현대 국가들이 영국 의회 민주주의로부터 깊은 영향을 받았습니다. 한국도 예외가 아닙니다. 대한민국은 자유, 인권, 법치의 보편적 가치에 기반하여 영국과 함께 전 세계의 자유, 평화, 번영의 미래를 향해 굳건하게 협력할 것입니다. 이제 국왕 내외분의 건강, 또 한영 관계의 새로운 미래, 그리고 세계 평화와 번영을 위해 건배를 제의하겠습니다. To me, my fair friend, the United Kingdom, you never can be old.